I think it looks better when you go in and out of the butterfly personally, because I think you have a cleaner line. I just think it looks better than having the two circles coming in from the butterfly where you do the bum, 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 bum. Yes, beautiful. One thing that might be helpful also is dropping the other poi and just practicing like that. What I'm encouraging you to do is get to the point where every circle, right? So this front, back, under the leg, front, back, under leg, as opposed to front, 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 under the leg, front, 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 under the leg. It's a next level thing. It helps you with your balance. It helps you with your core. It's good exercise. What could actually be helpful if you're struggling with lifting this side is just practicing these. If you're hitting your butt, then reach deeper underneath or bring your hand closer to the groin as opposed to down here. You can bend forward more and reach deeper underneath. That can help, or I guess feel the heat. So if you have those, you can use that same technique but in same direction. So for example, using your weak one, you said your left one was challenging you. So using this one that we just did, you could do it, say, chasing the sun and do that, for example, as one option. There's a couple of different things to think about with this. When I demonstrated it to you a moment ago, I did it as a static version without turning my body. But you could also do it like this, where you do something like you turn like that, right? So if I'm in a chasing sun, you can also do it, so building on what we just did, right? If you do the left under the left leg like this, you could also do both under the leg like that, right? Where you just, all you do is bring the hands closer together and they're both gonna come underneath the leg as you're lifting. As your right hand comes down, get it close enough to your left hand that they're really side by side. And then as you exit, remember to go back into the up over the top and then chasing the sun. Okay, let's do the other side. The other side would be right under right leg, where you're doing that. And then from there, you could do both under the right leg, or both under the right leg with the turn if you wanted. So my left hand continues in the chasing the sun. So I do this with this hand while I do this with the right hand. So it's like that. Goes behind the butt when the right one is going behind the butt under the leg. Noticing what's happening right now is as you shift your weight into your left leg, you're turning out as you lift your right leg so that you end up like this. In the process of turning out, it's shifting your balance so that you're kind of falling back onto your left leg, as opposed to maintaining, like you want to have this be able to go up and you maintain your weight underneath your center. So what I'm doing is I'm actually shifting my weight to this leg and shifting my center under me so that I can do this more in isolation, but I'm doing it without having to rotate the right leg this way back to help maintain a solid footing with my left leg. A goal, because you want to be able to turn also, but one of the goals is to be able to maintain the weight and land the foot when it comes back down exactly where it was when it took off, as opposed to needing to turn back this way. For optimal options, it's not better. I kind of think this is like the weave under the leg march. First of all, each hand is going under the opposite leg. Let's just do this, where if you stand here with your poi in your left hand, well, first of all, let's do what your right leg does. It's gonna lift and cross to the other side. So if you saw me from the front, it lifts and it crosses. And as it crosses, I'm gonna go under the leg. So I'm here like this, and I go under the leg, and then I exit as I cross back to the left side. And remember, when you when you bring the left point under the right leg, you don't want to leave the leg here because then it'll do what it just did. It wrapped around my leg. You want to cross the leg past the midline of the body so that the poi can exit on its own side again. Once again, feel the heat. This is one of those moments of like the hand closer to the crotch. If you look at that in the context of a weave, the next step would be, once you have the basic movement, if you wrap up your other poi and you go back to the way back in the beginner, I had you do the over, under, home, right? Now we're gonna do over, under the leg, home, 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 over, under the leg, home. Yes, over your arm, and then under the leg, and then home. Yes, now, in real life, your right hand is gonna have to stay here because you're gonna be weaving. So you wanna be able to maintain the right hand there without having to sweep it back here. One thing that can help is, or at least this helps me, it may not help with your body type. It may just be like how my proportions and fat lands on my body. But what can help me is if I put my weight in my heels a little bit more, and as I lift the leg, what ends up happening is you'll see, well, it feels like, I think what's happening is I'm dropping my ass down as I lift the leg, which helps me maintain the balance. And then once I'm like that, I can move the leg over for the exit. You may not get the move right now, but let's do the other hand so that you can practice the drill with the right hand under the left leg, right? So same basic thing, just start with the one. All you do is, yeah, you're going over, home, under. You want to go over, under, home, over, under, home. You know, you can always just get into your yoga practice and just practice your tree poses, and these will help you with the balance piece if you need it. But just repeating it'll help. The other thing is though, once you start getting it in flow, the actual momentum of your body will help you because you'll learn how to work the kick with how you're moving your body, and you'll use the momentum to help you. As a starting point to put it together is try one hand only going under repeatedly. So this is my left, this is my left, this is my left. Then start with your right, your right, your right. Then try and alternate right to left, to right, to left. I would say being able to do one of them consistently, repeatedly, or each of them consistently, repeatedly helps before trying to put the two of them together. Another thing that can be really helpful when you're doing this, I'm doing it as a tight motion, but you can also do it where you do a bigger hand path with your weave. So instead of doing like a really tight weave like this, do a bigger, slower one, which gives you more time to go under the legs. As you are crossing your hand to this side of your body, I feel like your left hand is not getting far enough past your midline toward your right hip. Reach deeper to the side. So if you're looking for a way to learn how to do this without the physical impact, you can get yourself a chair. What you could do is put your right leg up like this so that you don't have to hold it there anymore. And then you can practice the sensation, you might need to shorten your poi, of doing this so that you can feel what it's like to have this circle here actually on the outside plane of your leg, if that makes sense. So it can be a useful tool for helping you get the initial sensation. Alternately, you can just balance like that, but it's a lot less work if you have a prop helping you. Here's what I would do if I were trying to get into it and remember what the pattern is. I would start first with doing the weave and then saying to myself, okay, so if I'm gonna go my left under my right arm, so it would be now, 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 and now I'm gonna do it now, now, now. So getting the timing first, as opposed to rushing into it.